Good morning, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday morning. Today is March 25th, also known as day 12. It is the middle of a week here that apparently decided to be dreary. We have been chilly, we have been rainy, and that's about it. So this morning I thought I'd do something that has a little bit of color, a little bit of fun to it, yet is quite a practical item. It's pen wipers. I have an assortment of reproduction pen wipers based on Illustrations and Godey's, and then a few other books as well. Then I have a couple originals, just a couple. So I also have some photos to supplement this too as I go along. But basically, to start with, a pen wiper is for cleaning off the nib of your pen. So let's pretend that this is a pen and ink. I lack pen and ink. My little sister Lily loves pen and ink. She has an assortment of original pens. So let's pretend that down here on this quill is a nib, and I would dip this into the ink, and then I would need to clean this off on occasion. So that's what a pen wiper is for. So a pen wiper is going to have layers of wool, and this is, for the most part, a dense wool. Occasionally you're going to find some that aren't quite as dense, but ideally a dense absorbent wool is nice. Many of them seem to have layers that are dark, but there are some that have layers that are light. And they do range from quite simple. So this one here, this was just a screenshot. This one is simply pinked with a pinking dye. I do believe this was a dye rather than a machine. And it's several layers of wool. So the outside is the brown wool, and then inside is actually light layers. Let's see if I can find. Here's another one. You can see here the layers are light. So it's this one over here is a blue wool, several layers of a light colored wool, and then blue on the top. This one here is a red wool, several layers of the light colored wool, red wool at the top. The top is embroidered. So that's where the pretty is. And then the layers are also secured together. So it's going to be the in-between layers that you're using to clean off your pen. Okay, so the brown one back over here would be a brown layer, several layers of cleaning wool, and then the brown on the top that's embroidered. We go back to the red and blue. These are done with a pinking machine. You could easily do these with pinking scissors. Okay, so then the next, slightly less simple, but yet still simple, is this easy design. And I'm finding this all over the place. So at the very base are a couple layers of wool that are circles. And then these are folded layers. And you're going to find one of two things. The colors alternating so that you have each circle folded in half and then folded in half again, so it's in quarters, and then placed. Or simply folded in half and then I'm going to call it woven together. They're just kind of flip-flop together so that you see each quarter on top. In this case here, the wool has been folded into quarters and then sewn onto the base. Oops, sorry about that. And then in the center is a very simple button. Okay? So all of these layers could have been used to clean the pen. And you're going to find in the center of these almost any shape. Let's find some others here. All right, this has an assortment of different shapes with many different things on the inside. So we have kitty cats, we have mice, we have berries. We have a doll head in the upper right corner that I believe is towards the end of the century or the turn of the century. It's a very 20th century, early 20th century head. This one's fabulous. Instead of just quarters, there are, I believe, 8 pieces interlaced there that are embroidered with a little pillow and a dog on top. Here we have a kitty cat on one side and then a dog with puppies on the other. Here is a bunny rabbit and a squirrel. Quite elaborate. Simple kitty cat with a kitten. And here we have the DAR Museum, a doll in the center. Let's see what else we've got. I do want to apologize for my make-do way of doing this. I currently don't have with me, well, I have with me the old laptops. I don't have my WeVideo account. I had to cancel my personal WeVideo account. So no editing here. This version, this photo shows you how those layers below the decorative piece are your cleaning layers. There's a popular motif you'll see, a butterfly. Back to that shape I wanted to show you. This is the shape I think I'm going to try to show you how to make tomorrow. Another simple version, brown and blue. Okay, so let's go over to what I have here. All right, so I do have one of those folded examples. Actually, I want to leave you in the box. All right, so I can hold you up. You can see this example is simple circles. There's 4 different circles here, 2 light browns, a darker orange, and a lighter orange. They're folded in half and placed down. For some reason, instead of having them equidistant, they are varied. So you have different size pieces of the pie, so to say. And then there's the 2 dollies. These are penny dolls on the top, and the penny dolls are just dressed in ribbon. And you can kind of see the layers under here for cleaning the pen. Okay. All right, my other original, I believe this was made by Shakers. This is another penny style doll. In this case, her arms and her legs are mobile, and she has triangles about her waist forming the skirt, and these triangles would be for cleaning your pen. There are many of these out there still, but she's adorable, and she appeases the pen wiper interest and the doll interest for me. Okay, so let's talk about this shape. This is what I have a bunch of. All right, so this is that simple circles with folded circles shape. All right, same here. Circles on the bottom, circles on the top, folded. And both of these have a single penny doll. In this case, it's an original antique penny doll with lots of little fuzzies holding off of it, sorry. And in this case, it's a little reproduction wax penny doll. And the wax penny dolls are molded off of this original penny doll here. Come on out. So this little penny doll here makes these little wax babies. And this is thanks to a friend of mine who made the mold for the wax babies. I did learn, don't store the wax babies on the shelf next to the fireplace. They get a little funky. So those wax babies are my wax babies. Get these boxed up, right? All right. So another option for that center is a tiny little mouse. This is the tiniest mouse that I've done. Hope you can see him there. And the mouse was pretty popular of a motif for the pen wipers. You're going to find him in a Godey's magazine, as well as, here we are. Here's our mouse pen wiper. I believe he's in one of the girls' books as well. Miss Clara should not be up here right now. Go back to your window. Come on, go back to your window. Thank you. So this is the simple mouse, and he's just on a few circles with a pen wiper. And here's an original that Kristen had at last year's conference. Hope she doesn't mind me showing you that. This is a nice big mouse. I will admit, my tiny little mouse, this was the first one I did, is really teeny tiny. He's got his little eyes. All the ones I've made since then are much bigger. Oh, somebody's not happy with me. She had an upset belly this morning. Here's an up-close look at an original little mouse. Some of them look like mice. Some of them require an imagination. Oh, I guess that's the only mouse. Stop that. Thank you. All right, so moving on from the mice, let's go on to some more dollies. Okay, so this is a reproduction one that I did. And she is based off of this illustration here. Oh, wait, no, that's not the one I tried. Oh, where is it? Did I not save that? Uh-oh. I didn't save it. At least not in this device. Here's another doll. Similar concept. More difficult though. So this one's made with circles at the base. This one's just made with tears at the base. You can definitely see that the wool collects all of the Clarifur. There's a lot of Clarifur. Who would have thought such a short-haired kitty would make so much Clarifur? Let's see. Oh, here's an example similar to my original. She's got a multicolored skirt. 3 different colors. I want to show you the parasols next. All right, let's turn this way. Okay, here are 2 parasol pen wipers from different collections. Okay. And there's some original directions in various publications. This is just one of the illustrations. So basically, the directions tend to call for a wooden handle, a metal handle. Sometimes it says to take wire, wrap silk around it. Some of them do have a cute little hook at the top of the parasol. Most of them are either embroidered or beaded. So based on those directions, this is my version. Okay, you can see the handle there. This is a broken crochet hook that no longer had its tip. I did file this down a little bit with sandpaper. It worked fairly well, just because I wanted a nice even end. And each of the each of the pen wiper pages, each fold here is part of a circle. I don't remember if I used a quarter or a third. I think I used quarters. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe I used thirds because there's 3 full circles if I used thirds. And then I beaded them after folding them. They're pinked with the pinking machine. You could definitely use pinking scissors. Okay. And the little guy over here, I combined the 2 concepts. So we have the basic circle 4-page base and then the tiny parasol here. And oh, this was done on a very blunt awl. And the tip had broken off. These are really fun and easy. Is that everybody? I guess that's everybody. So tomorrow, what I'm thinking about doing is showing you how to make the basic bottom section of this. How to do your circles and fold them and get them all set together. And then you can decide what you want to put on the top. You can put a doll. You can make a mouse. The mice really are easy. You could do a simple button. There's an assortment of different things you can do. So that'll be for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I figure if I say I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'll hold myself to it, and I will make myself get the things ready today. Sound like a good plan? I hope so. All right. I hope everyone has a good Wednesday. Did this backwards. Enjoy your Wednesday. Clara and I are going to hope for some sunshine. Get some materials ready for you for tomorrow. Bye-bye, all.